Hi, everybody. Welcome to Reality Buzz TV. I need to breathe in, breathe out before I talk about this topic right here because Musa was getting on my last nerve in this episode. Umusa has this thing yokuthi a woman cannot disagree with him and a woman cannot believe in something different from him. If she does, uyiswunga unga sonkosikazi. You know, that's what he said today. Ukuthi so ufuna leyo unga zamakhosikazi to come for me now because they're saying that I treat my boys better than my girls. All because people don't believe in what he believes. People are seeing things different. I feel like you guys, he had an opportunity today to really make a point in terms of why he feels that he should treat his boys different from his girls. Maybe he does have a point that we can understand. But just because the wives have a different point of view, and just because the viewers, who are mostly females, have a different point of view, why are we being called iwunga wunga zamakhosikazi now? I was like, Baba Umsalego is an, I don't even know why I'm saying Baba Umsalego. Musa Umsalego is an asshole. I know I don't like swearing on my channel, so guys, forgive me. I have Christian, people here on this channel, but he is an asshole, you guys. Because how are women is wunga wunga zamakhosikazi just because they are trying to make a different point from the point that you've been trying to make in terms of saying that it's important to treat your boys a certain way than to treat your girls a certain way. Okay. Now, this is not the first time that Umsalego said something offensive to women. He said it to his wives. At some point, he said, Laba faz, laba abadunyelwa amakhanda, referring to his wives. Guys, I don't know. I'm like, money must be really good, Umsalego, because those wives are begezeling when it comes to the things that Umsalego would say about women. Okay? So I feel like for me, when he is sitting down having a conversation with Macele, I was willing to hear him out. I was willing to hear his point of view. But the fact that he feels that he has to degrade women just because women see things differently. We are women after all. So we will question things. We will see things that you don't see. Of course, for us, it's obvious that we're going to look at Usne and be like, what is Usne getting if the boys are getting the cars? Okay, so make your point, but you don't have to call women wunga wunga just because they think differently from what you think. So Macele is asking a question. Listen, it's a good thing you gave the boys the cars. The boys are very happy. We thank you for that. But what are you going to do with this? What are you going to give to Usne? Are you even thinking about Usne? Is Ne in your plans? Okay. Macele went on to say, listen, even if he is saying that he's not going to do anything for Usne, but I think Usne deserves a conversation just to say, I'm not going to give you anything because of this. And I thought that was a good point, you guys. Listen, Selego does point out things that I feel like are true when it comes to Usne. I don't know if there are reason enough for Usne to be treated different, but he does say, listen, Usne, I have things that I'm not happy about as far as Usne is concerned. I'm not feeling like she's responsible. I feel like even if I give her a car today, she might leave it behind. A boyfriend. I feel like if I give her a car, she won't be responsible. And I feel like you guys, he might have a point there. Okay. And also he says Usna has been given opportunities. She's been given number job opportunities, and also she gets an allowance from him. But every time she gets an allowance, you are ayoka lavanda. Okay. Those are all good points, you guys. He says even in the school doesn't understand why they never finished school. I'm like, all of those points are good points. If I had a child, I was wanting to assess if this child deserves this big gift from me. Those are the things I would probably look at. The only problem comes when you see similarities in the way that Umpumelelo behaves and the way that Rusne behaves, but the treatment is different. Okay, even now in this episode, you guys, Umpumelelo was like very disrespectful to his mom. Even his mom is talking about how irresponsible he is, how unhelpful he is in the house, and how disrespectful he is to her. She was even saying, listen, you're not going to look at me like that. You're not going to treat me like you treat Uvuyo Notirelo. Kusho Umayeni, you guys. Right now, But if it was Usne, it would be a different conversation. That is what we are talking about. Nobody is saying Usne is perfect, but we are saying that the other kids are also not perfect, but they are still being rewarded. So how come that is the case? It looks like it's because Usne is a girl, you guys. And nobody's saying that Usne is perfect. Listen, Usne drives me crazy. Sometimes I'm like, Snake. Even the fact that she doesn't live with her child, Mina, guys, I feel like, even though Umseleku doesn't like the child, because I mean, it's been obvious over the years. I feel like Usne was given that house kaMacele Mzumbu ukuthi ahlale kuyona. She can take her child, not even both of them, because uthando vele uhlala noMacele. She can take her child ayosihlalela kuleyandlu. She gets an allowance from her father every month. Athenge whatever ukudla and whatever they need with her child and raise her child. There is no reason that that child doesn't live with his own mother, okay? Because Sned doesn't have a job. Sned doesn't go to school. What is she doing that she cannot raise her own child? Why ehleli laphayana esiphaki kaMacele when uMacele had said ukuthi she had given her a house eMzumbe? So I do feel like those things, Usne naye, I just don't understand why it's like that. But I kind of feel like Ubaba Msele doesn't want to just say, listen, I'm doing this. I did this for the boys because they are boys, and I'm not gonna do it for the other kids because they're girls. And I think he'll be out of that situation just like that. Okay, he's trying to find a complicated explanation about it. He also said that the reason he gave Mpumelelo Nolwandle is because of the responsibilities that they have. So he looks at how much responsibility the child has. Then they are, I guess, they are given gifts that will help them to carry on the responsibilities. And I guess he's thinking that Usne doesn't have that much responsibilities. Okay. Listen, you guys, I feel like, of course, umuntu isemzini wakhe can do whatever he wants. But these people are on a reality show, and we are allowed to watch the show and have feelings and thoughts about it and discuss it, okay? But you are not allowed to come into the comment section and tell us to stop talking about them, because then we are going to refer you to a therapist. Because, guys, ukuhlanya lokho ukuthi uze kwi-comment section usitshele ukuthi singakhulumi about a family that is on a reality show. Anyway, you guys, that was just part of the show. Of course, we are going to talk about other things that happened on the show. But this scene right here is Wunga Wunga Zamakoskazi. I was like, Sunga Wunga Sendotage now. Anyway, thank you so much for writing. Guys, ingoba vele fanele ngabe ngibhale assignment njengoba ngithi thank you so much for writing. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before uphume, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Nginithanda kakhulu.